Hey, what's up, everybody? Today we're going to talk about the preseason game here that's coming up tomorrow. I'm going to cover 5 things here that I'm going to be watching for the game here. So let's go over this. This is serious. We're getting into football is in the air. I can't wait. I can't wait. I wish I was off the whole day. You know, just getting psyched up, getting prepared. This is serious, right? We're talking about the NFL. Die-hard fans rejoice. Football's here. All right, so anyway, let's get to the subjects here. 5 things that I want to watch here in the preseason game, all right? I don't care about winning, losing, that kind of thing. My main thing is health. Let's stay healthy. At the same time, I want to see some progression from the rookies. Mental mistakes, that kind of thing will be expected, but still, we don't want to see a whole array of mental mistakes and just bad plays, sloppiness. We don't want to see that. Okay, so first thing we want to talk about here, I'm going to keep an eye on the running back position, in particular Rod Smith. He's been looking really good in camp. Physical running between the tackles, running with authority, making plays, scoring in the red zone. So, and he can contribute on special teams. I think this is where he might have the edge on Alfred Morris if we're not going to carry Alfred Morris further. So, you know, obviously Ezekiel Elliott, and we have Alfred Morris, Darren McFadden, Rod Smith, and Ronnie Hillman. So if you're thinking we're going to carry 3 running backs or 4, who would you carry? So Rod Smith is a guy I want to look at. I want to see how he does here in the game. Running, pass blocking. I want to see him be in position here. I want to see how he holds up in pass blocking. All right, so I want to see the team put him in positions here where he's going to have to make some blocks. How does he look? And also, how does he look in special teams? So Rod Smith, the reason why I want to look at this is because, you know, if Ezekiel Elliott is out, we're going to have capable running backs here. We know Darren McFadden can get the job done, but you still have to spell him, all right? You still have to give him some breathers. So Ronnie Hillman or Rod Smith, right? And obviously Alfred Morris is still in the mix, but we'll see. The other guy I want to see here, Rico Gathers, right? We've been talking about him, you know, since OTAs, minicamp, that kind of thing. So it'll be interesting because the James Hanna is back, Jeff Swaim is back, so we're getting kind of short here on numbers. Could he get caught in the numbers game? Could he get caught in the wash, right? So for him not to get caught up in the wash, he's got to show up here in the preseason. It starts here right off the bat, all right? We don't want to see him getting frustrated, having anger issues, that sort of thing. He's got to know his plays. He's got to catch the ball. So if he can do all of that and play well, he'll be on his way. So it's going to be close, man. Rico Gathers to make the team, I'm not feeling as confident as I was before training camp. But now, you know, when you start seeing training camp and reports, you start watching things start to slowly sift, you know. The roster starts to sift through, you know, as far as your 53, your 46, and those kind of guys. So Rico Gathers, he's got to ball out here. He's got to have a good game. The other area here that I want to watch, the wide receivers in particular, Noah Brown. All right, we're talking about the future. I talked about this during our draft coverage. You know, not only are you drafting for now, but you're drafting for the future. Noah Brown could be one of these kinds of picks. Big body receiver, all right? He has the opportunity here to make the team, but he has to fight off Andy Jones. Can he make a play? These guys, we saw Andy Jones ball out last year, training camp, turning heads. Preseason came on, the lights came on, he disappeared. All right, so will Andy Jones show up? Who's going to show up? Who's going to make that push there to possibly, you know, push out Bryce Butler or pick up one of these final wide receiver spots? They're going to have to go short at some of these positions because the defensive line has so many, you know, people that are nicked up and on suspension, so they're gonna have to go longer on defensive line and short somewhere. So wide receiver might be one of those areas where they end up going a little bit shorter. So it's gonna be Bryce Butler probably there on the cusp, trying to ward off these other guys, Noah Brown, Andy Jones, those guys. So let's keep an eye on that guy. The other area here that I'm going to be paying close attention to, the secondary. All right, we got a lot of youth in here. I want to see how these guys play. I'm really excited about Cheeto Wuzie. Do they consider him a starter already? If so, how much time does he play? And if he's out there, is he making plays? Sometimes you get into these preseason games and these guys, they show up and you get a feeling about them, right? Look no further than Dak Prescott. When this guy was playing in the preseason, there was a feeling here like, man, this guy, he's going to be something, right? And right now, for me, that guy on defense is Cheeto Wuzie. And if he continues that here in the preseason, we have ourselves a badass guy, all right? So I'm looking forward to that. I want to see also the secondary of the safeties, Kevon Frazier, Robert Blanton. Who's going to separate themselves here from potentially grabbing that last spot there in the secondary? The defensive backs, Marquez White as well. I want to see what he does. I'll be looking at that closely. That's going to be fun to watch. And lastly, my fifth area that I'm going to be watching, defensive ends. The area that has been haunting the hell out of the Cowboys, the pass rush. Who's going to get it? Who's going to get to the quarterback this year? This is still a question mark, you know. We have a lot of pieces in place. A lot of conjecture that we've been talking about. And a lot of hope. Now, it's time to, you know, put the pedal to the metal and see who's going to be that guy to get to the quarterback. Who has that true potential? So, Taco Charlton, I want to see him. Where does he line up? He's probably better suited at left end, but wherever they put him, I want to see him make plays. Do they give him some shots here on the inside? What kind of packages here? I expect everything to be vanilla, right? We're not going to see anything exotic. They're not going to show their cards. Everything's going to be, you know, just vanilla type plays. Looking at execution, assignments, that sort of thing. DeMontre Moore, I want to see what he does. He's been having a hell of an offseason. All right, I mean, the whole suspension that happened when he was with Seattle. But when he's been here with the Cowboys, this guy's been doing everything you want your guys to do. You know, going to the Von Miller pass rush summit, getting pointers from the best in the league, right? So working with Von Miller, DeMarcus Ware, and all these other premier pass rushing legends, refining his skills, working on his conditioning. I want to see how he looks here in the games. All right, this will be good. Charles Tapper. All right, I hope they get him on the field. I want to see him, what he does. I want to see that speed. Not only do I want to see that speed, but I want to see that speed coming off the edge with control. You know, you can be fast, but if you get pushed here, do you fall to the ground? Does he have balance? That kind of thing. He's had the back issue. When you have back issues, that can affect your balance, right? So I want to pay attention to that. How does he hold up here coming off the edge? Charles Tapper, right? But those are my 5 guys, all right? Those are my 5 areas here to watch for the game. Rod Smith, Rico Gathers, Noah Brown. The secondary guys, Xavier Woods, Cheeto Wuzie. The defensive ends, Taco, DeMontre Moore, Charles Tapper, just to name a few. But football's in the air, guys. I'm pumped, all right? I'm really pumped. I can't wait. The days of no more football are over, all right? So let's get through this game healthy, and let's see what these young guys have, right? But that's it, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Who are you looking forward to? Who are you wanting to see here in the game? What do you want to see, you know, out of the game here? Let me know in the comments. And so we can talk about everybody's thoughts, right? But that's it, guys. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you here for the next video. Thanks, guys.